Coming in a little hot. Coming in real hot. Coming in real hot.
Can you smell the fail tonight?
That was a decent 45. That was okay.
No, Phenom, you're going to do a great job. You're going to nail him first try. You won't even have to use your second health. Let's go, buddy. You're fucking amazing.
There's the guy that didn't even make his icon.
Man, the sarcasm is strong with this one.
This is a good start for Phenom. He's getting good damage.
Don't black out, don't black out.
Come on,
Hey,
Avenger.
I can't see.
Oh, that wasn't so hot, though.
Come on, Phenom, you know your stick. The stick is yours, you know it. Don't forget to shoot
Nobody
back.
knows that stick like you do.
Well, why don't we get the shields back? Come on.
You're one with the stick. The stick is with you.
Here, one is out of boost. Come on. Come on.
Don't go blind.
Push him. Push. Push.
Reload your guns, homie.
Oh.
Pink nose.
Should've-
You can come. No pass.
No Russian.
Shoot on sight.
I believe in miracles.
I believe in
It's
that
going to take a
Phenom.
miracle.
Oh man.
The way Phenom is flying? Nah.
Yeah. You gotta aim, brother. Shields ain't even down yet.
Ooh,
Push,
it's not
push,
looking
push,
good for
push,
Phenom.
There you go, Phenom. Keep hitting him, bud. Got this shit.
No,
man.
no, you have to be mean.
I am being mean.
Come
But I'm
on,
gonna tell you on your
Need a
pet
distraction.
Come on,
Oh,
Phenom.
you got 500
You got this,
pushes.
Phenom. His shields are finally
Oh.
down.
Oh,
and his
much
boost is
damage.
out. He's out of boost.
Well, he
You
got
can
the
do it,
new
Phenom.
world
Let's
record
go.
for least damage.
Oh, he's red nose. He's
No
red nose.
boost. Red
Red
nose.
nose.
Oh shit,
Oh,
red nose.
Oh,
he's
his
got a bit of
shield
shield.
back.
Oh no.
No.
Remember, it's not a 3-life thing. It's a 2-life thing.
Avenger
so you gotta
screwed
get
up on
him
his
here.
power management, dude. You can do this.
Papi damage.
He's red nose, just
That
fire.
nose is still red, dude. You almost.
Oh, no!
That was good. That was good.
So close.
Well done, Phenom. That's a lot of damage.
Thank you.
You were
thank
Still a grand,
61.
still a grand phenom to me.
Better luck
next year.
You were tickling the tank.
Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to talk a little bit about 317, and all the while taking a look at one of our recent testing candidates, our very own Grand Phenom. This fight took place in 317, as you'll see here, and there has been a lot of discussion about some of the issues with the desynchronization and the aiming off-center problems, which we'll discuss today. My first impressions of the new Desync have been overwhelmingly positive. Having ships stay in the position that they're meant to stay in and give proper nose direction gives fights a whole nother level of depth that we never had with 316. The only downside is you can see, watch closely, that there's a lot of occasions where my pip might be essentially on the target, but sometimes the shots just won't land. Like right here, you'll see most of these shots here will go unregistered. And this is due to a simple fact that what the computer is giving us is not the 100% accurate position that the server is actually calculating on. You see, the problem is what you visually see on your client. So what you see right here, Phenom's current position, albeit much more accurate than 316, every time he moves in a direction, as you can see here, he's moving on our screen now to our left. If you were to imagine an invisible ship or an invisible version of the arrow slightly ahead, maybe a half or a full ship's length away from what you currently are visually seeing, is actually where the direction of the arrow, or where the actual location of the arrow is. CIG has responded to this, and their response is this. Instead of calculating the velocity of the pip, we apply the velocity of the ship. That is, of course, wrong, because a ship can rotate and thus offset the pip much more than the rotation itself. We know that this is a problem and that the issue propagates down to other systems. ESP and aiming in general are heavily dependent of that. Sometimes you might see shots go off fixed assist, and this is also related to that. So it is tasked up to fix, but everything with physics is not straightforward. High velocities make it even worse, and the stronger accelerations are, the more of the problem. But that's not all. One thing we also have trouble with is the lag compensation. In 3.17, we actually turned it off, and it is what reduces the desync. However, this also means that ship teleports around much more. So there's a problem with the lag compensation, and as for some reason the error accumulates too much and ships live too much in the past, so to speak. But that's not something, or that is something for the network team to sort out. I also have a vague feeling that the UI itself does not do much smoothing on the pip. We have had issues with updates dependencies in earlier 3.17 versions, and it might just be related to that. Another multi-threading update made the game a bit faster, but caused that certain updates orders across entities, which is important. So, how do we unpack this? Long story short, the desynchronization fixes that they put in for 3.17 made massive strides into making the game a more playable, better experience in general. But there are always some slight knock-on effects when any kind of big change like this happens. And because it's something to do with networking, it's going to take time for the network team to dive in and fix this issue, and so it likely will not be fixed for 3.17. And hopefully, with a little bit of luck and a little bit of support from the community, we'll be able to get some fixes in for this specific issue for 3.17.1. In the meantime, we can still practice, still keep our heads on straight, and still work with the desync as best we can. It's not easy, and it can be sometimes frustrating. But ultimately, it is a step in the right direction. 3.17 is a better experience than 3.16, and despite the issues with hit registration and some of the inconsistencies with pip, overall, the experience I find having ships in the right positions does push the game into a better spot. And hopefully, like I said before, with a little bit of luck, we can get this game functioning at a lot better, a lot faster, if we help the devs where we can, when we can. And so I just want to say a big thanks to Yogi for reaching out and making sure that he gave the community here, the PvP community, some much needed feedback as to what's going on, and for CIG to kind of tell us, hey, we know the problem, we're aware of it, and we're working on it. So for that, thanks guys, I really appreciate it. And I think I speak for a lot of people when it comes to PvP in general, that it's nice to know the devs are keeping an eye out for some of the stuff, because overall Star Citizen is going to be a multiplayer experience, so let's try to get this functioning as best we can. Anyway, that being said, it's going to come down to all of you folks playing 3.17 and figuring out for yourselves whether you find that these desync changes make the game feel better or make the game feel a little strange. If you look carefully, this fight I have here with Phenom, I mean, a lot of my shots are hitting. You know, I'm being as accurate as I can. If you'll notice that when the pip is directly on the ship itself, you know, I do score some hits. You know, the bullet nudging and ESP and whatnot definitely feel much different compared to how I felt in 3.16, but you know, it's progress. Sometimes progress isn't always smooth. I say right here, you saw those shots. They kind of were really close, but not all the way, though. That's the way she goes. That's all I got for you today, guys. It's been a topic of mine that's been very passionate in this Discord and also in the stream and whatnot. We've been very, very vocal with our opinions and our passions when it comes to PvP and just getting some of these issues addressed as quick as possible. And it is nice to know that CIG is responding to the issues that the PvP community in general are very excited about. Not everyone wants to engage in PvP, and I understand that. But for the few folks and the growing community of us PvPers out there that are really, excited to play new patches and see where the game goes, these issues with, inconsistent pips and slight issues with fixed assist, causing so many more shots to miss, these issues really hit us hard. And so I can honestly say that I understand Star Citizen is a game that's more for everyone, not just PvPers. But for me as a PvPer, from my point of view, I get really passionate about these things, and I desperately want these things fixed above all else, but call me biased. That's all I got for you today, guys. Tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me if you think these desync, changes have really helped the game. Tell me if you've even noticed any kind of pip inaccuracies in 3.17 at all. And be sure to show up to the Discord, guys, and to the stream, and to take a look at Predator mounts if you're interested in getting a mounting system for your joysticks. Thank you so much, guys, for your time, your love, and support. Thank you so much for all the support on the stream and the YouTube. I was Avenger 1, and I'll see you next time.